Merry Christmas. I'm Jody Pritzel, author of Immigrants, Ornaments, and Legacies, a story of American-made glass Christmas ornaments, and vintage American-made glass Christmas ornaments. This one is full of facts, this one's full of pictures. Think of this one as the Cliff Notes to this one. I've made 3 box repair videos. The first fixes the film on the 1963 Festival Bulbs box. In the second, film replacement, we flatten the box, make a hinge for mod blue, and fix the crumpled end. In the third video, film is fixed, we flatten, but we also repair tears in the Red Medallion box. Thanks for buying my books and watching my videos. Enjoy. This Red Medallion box is a really good example of what happens when you set other ornament boxes on ornament boxes. You can see how caved in it is. In fact, this ornament this is always going to be tearing the cellophane because the whole box is caved in. So there are multiple issues with this box. It's caved in. You can see the tears here and here and here, and that film, well, it's got to be replaced. So let's start from the beginning. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the film. I've got my dental pick handy. I've also got my handy dandy retro nail file, but whoops, look at that. Somebody has even, whoops, I don't want to do that. I'm going to show you how to take that tape off in a second. But for now, I'm just going to go. You see that? They actually taped the film in, leaving the tape inside. How sad is that? Oh my, here comes another piece of tape. Oh, well, that's good news. Look at that, just come right off. So, yeah, that's stuck. So that means we're going to have to grab our denatured alcohol to unstick that because I don't want to tear the cardboard. Let me grab that. I had to go get the denatured alcohol, put on my safety glasses, get some gloves because this is stuck in there. So what I'm going to do is take my wooden toothpick, which is kind of a little trick when you got gloves on, not saturate that Q-tip, but I'm going to go underneath the film and just kind of loosen that glue up so that it comes off. There it comes. You know, I don't want to tear that film because that to me is ruining the integrity of the box. So I'm using that denatured alcohol solvent, it's a solvent, to just kind of loosen that glue up, because you know I'm going to have to take that glue off too. It's being a bugger, isn't it? Yeah. It's painstaking work. I mean, to fix a box is not going to be 5 minutes. You know what? You can probably fix a box in half hour with the supplies laid out. It's just a matter of putzing with it, you know? But like I said, I don't want to just destroy the box and just go and tear that film off. Oh, there it comes. Yeah, it's going to be a big piece. You know, they just... Glue from 68 is better than glue from 58. What can I say? That denatured alcohol will dry invisibly. You'll see that when I take the glue off. Boy, I'll tell you what, that is just being a bugger. But, ta-da! Big piece of film just came off. Yep, just for grins, I'm just going to dab that and make sure that it's not getting through the box. Because it's right on that, see? Yeah. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. Now, let's come around and get this other piece out, huh? We're almost to the end. There is a big piece of tape that's been fighting me. I did get a little of the cardboard up, but I think we'll still have the integrity of the box. Whew. There's one little bugger of a piece. You know what? When I flatten it, it'll probably be easier to take that out. Okay. Whew. So again, I'm going to flatten this box because it's caved in. So I am going to gently, and then I'll have to glue this back together, but that's okay. Can't go wrong with that handy dandy little nail file. You know what? If I ruin the box, I ruin the box. Then I'll have to just buy another one, right? Which means I have to go shopping for ornaments. Hey, ruin the box. You can tell they usually put one slot. There it is. I can feel this glue right there. Like I say, glue from 1968 is better than glue from 1958. Plus, this box has been denigrated so much. Yeah, that got a little funky. You know what? I'll fix it. I'm not worried. It's a box. See, it's so wobbly and sad. Oh yeah, the things we do to save the precious beauties, huh? Okay. Now, whew, I'm going to pull the glue off before we flatten this with the iron, okay? This is going to take a while, so bear with me. This is probably the hardest part of the process, that and destroying the box. But if I want to put this ornament box under a tree, I can't have it looking like I ran upstairs and got it from the attic. Well, I don't want to. You know, when people come see my Christmas trees at Christmas time, well, of course it's, well, you know what, I have a tree up all year long, so people come see the Easter ornaments, they come see Halloween. But at Christmas time, depending on the theme I'm doing, I like the boxes under the tree. So if I've got a World War II tree, I'm going to have 1939 boxes up. If I've got a mod theme going, well, then you need mod blue, the box I just fixed before. And you need Red Medallion, because they're the modern era. They're the Ekmar years. So depending on that year that I've got those trees, that theme for the Christmas trees, you know, that'll depend on what boxes are under the trees, too. You know, that's going to dry clear, so don't worry about that. It's a big box, and it's so concave that it's hard to work with, so I don't even know where I got these. They're pieces of weights. I am just going to, before I put that parchment paper down and iron the box, I'm just going to give myself a little bit of, we're going to have to do this in sections, okay? Trying to get some of that flat. Got my iron set on a wool setting, which is about 300 degrees in steam. Looks like I could use a little bit more water. Got that iron on steam wool setting. That was a weird sound, huh? I just got to be checking what I'm doing. Trying to flatten out those concaves so we can fix the tears. Applying some pressure, not staying in any place one too long. Not that I've always been careful with my own ornament boxes. I try not to store them, well, I don't store the ornaments in the boxes in real hot attic conditions or either cold. I have mine too, by the way, and I've separated them, put tissue paper on them. Honestly, I do store in the boxes. I know I'm not supposed to, but think of them as toys. Some people think of them as collectible items. I like to think of them as joyful. So, back to storing them. You know, when you're making theme trees all year long, or you want to do a particular theme for Christmas, you want to do all bells, or you want to do all pink or all red, I've stored mine in individual numbered. All my ornaments are numbered. So that I can go retrieve them quickly. How's that going to be? Well, it's coming back to life, Frosty. Yeah, I still got to do a little bit more on these edges, but, you know, once I fix those, I think it's looking better. you can see now that the box is flat, I've got some big tears here. I've been using this, they say it's transparent mending tissue. Bookmakers use it to fix books. I can't say that it's uber transparent, but in order to glue the other side, I'm going to have to take my lumps, and you are going to see these pieces of tape. I want the box to be, it's got to have integrity in order to hold the ornaments properly. So I'm going to take my lumps, and I'm going to put the little pieces of mending tape on the tears, okay? So let's do that. So before I can replace the film, I want to reinforce these tears. The hardest part about working with this transparent mending tape is trying to pry it off the adhesive. Now, this isn't going to be totally transparent, I know. I was a little disappointed in that, but I'm trying to reinforce these because I don't want the box to get any worse than it is. So I'm reinforcing these tears, and then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to glue them. But the glue otherwise doesn't have anything to hold on to. So that's why, and I've got a tear that's starting to form here. So I am actually going to reinforce that so it too doesn't get any worse. So those are reinforced. Otherwise the glue just goes to nothing. You can see that tear there. So I'm gently going to put a little glue on that, and then I'm going to dab it. Okay? Here's where that big tear was. Okay. Let's see if we can fix that even better. I'm going to pop open that. I'm going to just, well, you know what? It is what it is. But I just can't have it looking that scruffy. Here's another one. So I'm just going to gently get some glue in there. Here's where those tears were. Get my parchment underneath so I don't ruin my ironing board. Who knows when you're going to have to iron a shirt or something. I've ironed more ornament boxes than shirts in the last month, I can tell you that. Let's give that about 10 minutes to set up, and then we're going to flip it over and do the film replacement. So we've got that all taped, all glued, and now I'm going to put down the double-sided adhesive to put the new film down. Being careful not to overlay the corners because this also is a bugger to get up. Come on. You know, it's so funny. It's the littlest things that get you caught up. When all else fails, go the other way. That last little piece was just a fighter. Whew. Okay, got that done. We are going to need a piece of film that is, I'm going to call it 10 and right to there. So what is that? Almost 10 and 3/4. A little less than 10 and 3/4. And then 9 inches. Okay. So I need 9 inches wide. This is a 12. I'm going to cut a 12 by 12 sheet of 4 mil Mylar. I'll be right back. I'm going to cut it to 9 by 10 and 3/4. After I cut the film, I was just realizing I forgot to reinforce the red medallion. Wouldn't you know it? Right again, got to start the tape roll. There we go. I want to reinforce this, and I'm going to reinforce it 2 times. Because I don't want to have the concave. So let's just cut a piece. You know, and if I don't feel like fighting with the tape twice today, maybe I will only make it 1 piece. There's 1 piece. You know what? Job half finished is half a job. So let's cut another little piece. And then we're going to have the fight again. I got the dental pick handy. Okay. One, two, buckle my shoe. Close. There it goes. Whew. Okay. Sorry about that. That was just a little gap. Okay, starting at the top, I'm going to put the film down. This is always the stressful part. You know, I'm going to start like this. And I'm going to flip it over. No, I'm not. It's a big sheet. It's easier to do 6-pack ornaments, isn't it? Oh, not. Whoa. Well, it's coming down, folks. Probably won't be my best work, but you know what? It'll be better than what we had. Film's down. Film's adhered. Now, we're going to take our glue and we're going to put back the glue corners. So I'm going to put a spot of glue right there. And a spot of glue right there. Use my clothespin to reinforce that. Use my clothespin to reinforce that. Come around to this side. Put some glue down. I'm using that Elmer's Craft glue. Put my box back together. As I said before, oh well, it didn't look that good to begin with. I can't really hurt it. Take my clothespin. Might have to do some work on that little end over there, won't I? Well, I've got those clothespins in place. We're going to let that dry for about 10 minutes. Then we're going to see how we did. Let's see how we did. Whew. It's been kind of a box, huh? Remember how we started, though, with this awfulness and the caved-inness? Let's put that back in place. See how we did. Wow. How cool is that? Wow, the concaveness came up. The ornaments are protected. Wow, that's super cool. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. More vintage ornament videos coming up. And when your boxes are prepared and you're displaying your ornaments this year, send your tree pictures and any of your ornament questions through my website, booksbyjody.com. Merry Christmas.